Hi everybody, Sandra Wilson here. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist who works with hair pulling and skin picking, amongst other things. So I thought I would do a little video today because I have been asked a couple of times why it's so hard to stop pulling when you really want to stop. And what is it, that urge, the feeling that just takes over you when you just decide you're going to do it anyway. Or even better, or even worse, better, worse, however you want to put it, when you look down at your lap or the carpet or your car, for example, if you're driving, and you see a great big mass of hair that's kind of collected in your lap or on the floor, and you just think to yourself, I had no idea that I was doing this. So often it is a subconscious activity, and that is you don't actually choose to do it. And other times you might choose not to do it, but it just feels like an overwhelming urge and you just cave into it. So what's going on? What is it about this habit that is so powerful that just feels impossible to stop or have any control over? And we all know that many habits are very easy to implement or to stop. Usually the fairly simple ones, like just changing your bedtime to a different time or cleaning your teeth at a different time. You might even succeed in, maybe taking exercise a few times a week. So you know that when you have a goal that's pretty, important to you, and it does mean that you have to initiate certain actions. So for example, you might want to sleep a bit longer, so you go to bed half an hour earlier. Or you might decide that you want to meditate in the mornings, which might mean shifting your routine around a little bit. It's not too difficult once you get used to it. But with something like hair pulling or skin picking, it's a lot more complex. And that's generally because the benefit to you isn't immediately obvious, and it won't even feel like there is any benefit. So with other habits, if you know that you get to bed half an hour earlier, that's a good habit. You'll get more sleep, you'll have more energy. If you decide to take exercise a couple of times a week, you know that you will have more energy, you'll become fitter over a period of time. And if you decide to meditate in the morning and clean your teeth a little bit later, then you may notice more feelings of calm, and it's a better start to the day. So these habits can have wide-ranging benefits that eventually you'll notice, and maybe notice more immediately. With hair pulling and skin picking, as soon as you decide that you're going to stop, the more deeply ingrained they feel. Because the benefit of stopping, even though you know that there is a huge benefit to stopping, clearer skin, lovely thick hair with no bald patches, that isn't enough to trounce or override the benefits of pulling. But like I said before, what makes this complicated is that the benefits of pulling aren't immediately obvious to you. But when you think about this, when you think about how you feel when you're pulling in the moment, I guess that is your clue. It's a feeling that might be pleasant. It's a feeling that might be soothing. It's a feeling that you're doing something with your hands because you can't keep them still. And there's another layer to that even. Often when we are doing something that is so simple, like pulling our hair to help us feel good, usually it's in a situation where we might otherwise feel we have no control. And it's not uncommon for people to say, I've had a really stressful day at work and I've just pulled out so much hair. Why have I done this? Well, I guess the clue is in how you're managing the stress at work. So in a very roundabout way, I think what I am trying to say is the reason it is so hard to stop is two main reasons. The first is it's a subconscious action. You're not always aware you're doing it, and it comes from a part of the brain that is very much about survival. That is why it's so powerful, and it will generally trump over any conscious decision to stop, because that part of your brain does not believe the logic. It thinks that if you don't do it anymore, then how on earth are you ever going to cope? So in the interests of keeping this video a little shorter than 10 minutes, I'm going to sign out for now, and I'll be back another time with more content. Bye-bye.